I am one with my I Am presence. My Holy Christ Self. My personalities. My body elemental. And my new spirit. Every part of my being is in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura, and I am fully contained within the cosmic egg. I am now open and ready to receive the messages from Metatron. Greetings, beloveds. It has been a while since our last sharing, as my channel Christmas has been on vacation. And she still is, but she is now ready to resume these messages on a more regular basis. It is good that you occasionally take times of rest and enjoyment from the stress of your daily life, my beloveds. Many of you, whom I call my light workers and warriors of light, have taken a great burden upon you and are struggling to do the best you can to be of service to God, to the light. And this is very laudable indeed. It is necessary, but it is also necessary to have times of rest, repose, enjoyment. For during these moments, you are actually connecting more to your own true nature than you are when you are struggling through life to achieve that which you wish to attain. So do not begrudge yourself these moments. Do not think that they are a waste of time in any sense whatsoever, for they are not. Quite to the contrary. They are very precious moments when your consciousness can settle into its true nature and be truly at rest. And so I invite you now, with me, to take a moment to just be at rest, to be still. Let us take a moment of silence. Close your eyes. Forget everything that is happening in or around you. And bring your attention to your heart. Can you feel it beating within you? Do you remember that it beats on whether you are conscious and aware of it or not? It is doing its job. You have nothing to be concerned of. Your heart is beating of its own accord. It is functioning perfectly. It is doing its job. And you have nothing to do but be aware of it. Focus only on your heart or on your breath if that is easier for you. And just breathe. And know that with each breath, you are receiving the light, which contains all that you require to flourish and thrive in all dimensions. This is a very powerful statement that I repeat often. It cannot be repeated often enough until you fully trust that it is so. Continue to breathe and to focus, to be at rest as you listen to my voice. My voice carries the light as well as your breath. Feel it coming into you. The air and the light and the love are truly all one. And you are constantly receiving all of them. I would ask that whenever you do your meditations, or when you undertake anything that is of great importance to you, that you find this place of calm, this place of rest. For believe me, it will allow you to be much more effective in everything that you undertake. It is an easy way of becoming connected to your whole self. And it is only when your whole self is functioning that you are truly in alignment with all of life and in absolute perfect accord with everything that is happening around you. This accord is the same as inner peace. Harmony, attunement are all aspects of inner peace. You cannot attain inner peace by doing anything in the outer world. No amount of battling the mind will shut it up. Quite to the contrary. When you fight your mind, you are actually giving it more energy. Strange as it may seem. And you are maintaining the struggle. It is much easier to just give it up. Stop the struggle. Allow your consciousness, your mind, to rest in the space of harmony and attunement by focusing on just that. The harmony and attunement of your own inner being, which you will perceive if you simply focus on your heart or on your breath. I am sending you so much light, dear ones, during each of these videos. As you continue to watch them, you will receive more light each time, even watching the same videos. Not because the video is different, but because the more light that you receive, the more light you are able to receive. It is not like food. When you eat food, you reach a point of satiety, of satisfaction. You reach a point where you are full. And if you go past that point, it becomes very uncomfortable. This is not the same with the light. There is not that point within you. Because contrary to food, which takes much time to go through the body to be released, light that is in surplus, shall we say, will simply overflow through your being out into the world around you. And so you will be blessing all of life with the light that you have received within you when you have reached the point where your individualized being has received its quota of light for that particular moment. All the rest of the light that you continue to receive will overflow around you. You will be a fountain of light. How glorious is that? What a wonderful mission to accomplish, to just bless life with your very presence without doing anything other than focusing on receiving the light within your own being. This is not a selfish act, beloveds. It is totally the opposite. For this is the path of oneness. When you receive more and more light, you become more and more one with it. And you become more and more one with all of life. And so it is an activity that is not taking place in the dualistic world. The dualistic world only exists in your perception. This light flows in harmony with universal laws of oneness. So there is no ego involved in the flow of this light. This is why I have asked Christmas many times not to direct the flow of this light in any way whatsoever. Not to send it out to specific people or places, or to do a specific work. Because her intent will limit the functioning of that light. So I have asked her, as I ask you now, if you can trust in the light enough to know that it knows exactly what the person that you love needs, or what the place that you love needs, in order to be in perfect harmony with the divine plan for this planet. That is why the absolute best thing that you can do for your loved ones is to become the light. Simply be the light. And as you purify your being, as the angelic frequencies begin to manifest within you, you will shine. A halo will appear around your head. And the light that you receive during your concentrated meditations will begin to overflow all around you. And the more you do it, the more it will overflow. I thank you right now, all of those who will undertake this work, who will trust in it, who will believe me and who will try it out and test it, and then do it, and then keep on doing it. And the points of light upon the earth that are growing daily will grow even more quickly. This ascension, dear ones, is all about light. The light of God that contains everything, that is love, that is wisdom, that is power. And you have been given the most simple and yet powerful techniques to be able to receive, assimilate, and transmit this light. I prefer the word radiate this light, because transmit has the connotation of giving direction, whereas radiate does not. Something that radiates sends off its frequencies in all directions to everything around it, just as the sun does. And my beloveds, in your own small way, you are becoming a sun. A sun has received enormous amounts of light and energy within its being, and then radiates it out endlessly. In your world, there is much talk about exploding stars, exploding suns, crashing civilizations and universes. In truth, this is not the case. It is only the appearance, as in the appearance of death of a physical body. The apparent death of a physical sun is the same thing. Death, my beloveds, does not exist. It is only an appearance that you have relied on way too heavily for way too long. That is why the light is coming, so that all veils can be gradually, safely, and gently removed from all human consciousness, so that each one might see the truth of life, so that each one might know that their struggles and pain have not been in vain, but nor have they been necessary. You have brought them about for your own experience. And now I am offering you the chance to let them go. It is time for all suffering and pain to stop. And it will stop as you become more aware that you are light. As you become one with the light, you will easily and automatically let go of your identification with the body. Many and most of you who are listening to these videos are already quite well along your way of this path. Most of you are quite convinced that when you die, you still go on, and that your consciousness is not limited to this physical body. So trust in that, beloveds. Trust in all that you are. And spend as much time daily as you can being that. Resting in the assurance that all is going according to the divine plan. Regardless of the appearances of anything and anyone around you. If there are those around you who are projecting a reality onto you with which you do not agree, simply withdraw yourself from their presence. Beloveds, you do not have to answer the phone to anyone you do not want to talk to. You are sovereign beings. You are not obliged to do things that you really know are not right for you, even if someone else says they are. Even if that someone else is a very strong authority in your world. A doctor, a teacher, a parent, a spouse. If your inner being is telling you that it is not right for you, then have the courage to stand and say no. Stand on your ground, rooted in your light and in your own being, and with love and gratitude for the person who is giving you the advice. Because they do this out of love. Misguided, ignorant love, but it is love with which they wish to help you. And so with love and gratitude for their intention, simply say that it is not right for you at this time, and that you have another path to take, even if you don't know yet what that path is. Sometimes just simply saying no to other possible realities will allow the one true one to open up before you, to become conscious within you. Sometimes saying no is the very first step. So do not be afraid to take that step. Do not be afraid to trust yourself. And if you make a mistake, that's okay too. When you make a mistake, believing with all your heart that you are doing what your divine self has told you what to do, I tell you, there is no karma. Absolutely not. There are no repercussions, because your intent has been pure, and I will fix it. So, beloveds, please continue with this work. Trust in yourself. Find repose in your own inner being. Fill yourself with light until it is overflowing everywhere around you. And know and remember that you are my beloved children. There is not one instant when all of my love and light is not available to you. So please, beloveds, in your harshest, most difficult moments, as well as in your most glorious, enlightened ones, come to me. Share those moments with me, and I will share all that I am with you. And if your heart belongs to God in another form, then share it with that being. For we are all one. We are all one. Thank you, my most beloveds, for listening to these videos. I am Metatron.